Like and subscribe to my channel and click the bell icon to get new video updates.
Ice cream scoop wanted $23 per hour. Yes, the service economy is booming. Imagine my surprise when I saw this sign outside my local JP Licks ice cream store in the Boston area. While this is certainly anecdotal, it still appears to be a manifestation of the problem the Fed is now dealing with, faces as it attempts to bring inflation back to 2%. The services economy is booming, the labor market is tight, and core inflation measures are beginning to creep in again. In my January 3 column, the monkeys were a big one in 1966-67 hit. That's how inflation was. My conclusion was that a recession wasn't obvious, and you should therefore hedge your equity hedge. It was a good idea at the time. Do we have to expect a recession soon? Let us examine the macro outlook. In the preview, it is difficult to see a hard landing recession in the next 6 to 9 months. Only recently has the yield on the 2-year note moved back above the level of the Fed funds. It uninverted. This is not unprecedented, but it likely means the economy is stronger than expected. And there is plenty of evidence that private sector labor income is up 8% and accelerating. Elsewhere, China is growing again, and the Bank of Japan is still printing trillions of yen to support its yield curve control. You get the picture. Nominal growth is still strong. The Fed also gets a picture. The Cleveland Fed median and trend mean inflation reports in January showed renewed acceleration in core inflation. We know that Chair Powell is closely monitoring both of these measures. Meanwhile, there could be 3 to 6 million fewer workers than you might have predicted for 2019. They don't seem tempted to enter the labor market yet. Businesses can wait, and as a result, labor costs for services are increasing, and with them prices. Keep an eye on the Fed's plot forecasts coming into the March meeting. When the charts show an unemployment rate of 4.5 to 5%, Fed members are emphatically saying they need a recession to dampen prices. Forget pausing or panning. The Fed is still chasing labor-related inflation. Our ruling monetary authority gets what it wants, after all, and you shouldn't fight it. The 3-month T-bill yield reversed the 10-year Treasury yield back in October, and most recessions happen 12 to 18 months later. Leading economic indicators are pointing down and have good track records. Forward-looking consumer sentiment expectations have also been consistently worse than current conditions, reflecting public fear, and historically a good predictor of an impending recession. Over the next 6 months, the path could be higher bond yields, if the economy remains strong, and yes, potentially higher stock prices. We could even challenge the August 2022 highs of 4,300. There isn't much oxygen above this level due to valuations and higher interest rates. And just when everyone is not declaring a landing and is optimistic, the Fed recession hammer could strike. Is the recession priced in? Not nearly. In a recession, earnings could easily fall by 25 to 30%. Credit spreads would be much wider, tightening funding conditions significantly.